In this case, I'm so happy to say I told people so. I've been saying this for years and years and years and years. As someone myself who has overcome several illnesses that they said were, first of all, very rare and often terminal, but I went into remission. Yeah, the God I serve is that big. See, our body has the ability to self regenerate. You don't have to let your cells die. Apoptosis isn't for I. But yes, there are definitely elites out there who have antibodies. This really isn't anything new. The body is capable of doing many amazing things, including self repair. You know, people get stuck on this apoptosis and death of your cells, not realizing that you could actually rebuild yourself. So here's an article. Scientists identify second HIV patient whose body appears to have rid itself of the virus. During infection, HIV places copies of its genome in the DNA of cells, creating what is known as the viral reservoir. In this state, the virus effectively hides from the anti HIV drugs and the body's immune response. In most people, new viral particles are constantly made from this reservoir. Antiviral therapy, ART, can prevent the new viruses from being made, but cannot eliminate the reservoir, necessitating daily treatment to suppress the virus. Some people, known as elite controllers, have immune systems that are able to suppress HIV without the need for medication, though they still have viral reservoirs that can produce more HIV virus. A type of immune cell called a killer T cell keeps the virus suppressed without the need for medication. Xu Yu, not positive if that's how you say the name, my apologies, MD, a member of the Reagan Institute of MGH, MIT, and Harvard, has been studying the HIV reservoirs of elite controllers. Her research group identified one patient who had no contact with HIV viral sequence in her genome, indicating that her immune system may have eliminated the HIV reservoir, what scientists call a sterilizing cure. Yu's team sequenced billions of cells from the patient known as the San Francisco patient, servicing for any HIV sequence that could be used to create new virus, and found none. This extraordinary finding, the first known, I bet not, incidence of the sterilizing cure without a stem cell transplant, was reported in Nature in 2020. Yu's group now reports a second untreated HIV infected patient known as the Esperanza patient, who, like the San Francisco patient, has no active HIV genomes found in more than 1.19 billion blood cells. Yeah, like 9/11 billion blood cells and 500 million tissue cells sequenced. This report, published in the, I'd say, annals, that's what I'm calling that one, the asshole annals of international medicine, may represent a second doo-doo instance of sterilizing cure. Yeah, that was inappropriate. I shouldn't have added it in, but I think it's all a bunch of bullshit, and these diseases are man-made anyway. So anyway, I'm sorry, keep reading. These findings, especially with the identification of a second case, indicate that there may be an actionable path to a sterilizing cure for people who are not able to do this on their own, says you. Says who? Says you. Who is also a physician investigator at Massachusetts General Hospital. She further explains that these findings may suggest a specific killer T cell response common to both patients driving this response, with the possibility that other people with HIV have also achieved a sterilizing cure. If the immune mechanisms underlying this response can be understood by researchers, they may be able to develop treatments to teach other immune systems to mimic these responses in cases of HIV infections. You adds, we, is it you or is it we? Is it us? Is it them? Anyway, you adds, Oh shit, it was the next word. We are now looking toward the possibility of inducing this kind of immunity in persons on ART through vaccination. You don't say like the CV anyway. Catch that message, you guys. Wake the fuck up, sheep. Anyway, keep reading the HIV article, and maybe you guys will get this about this other illness that contains this. Anyway, with the goal of educating their immune systems to be able to control the virus without art. This study and message and momage is dedicating this particular video to my oldest daughter. She's been through a lot of shit, and she's actually COVID positive right now. But just like with everything else, she has an elite immunity, so I have faith. I overcame, so can she. But it's not because of me. It's not because of anything I have done. It's because of the God we serve. See, the cure is in the blood, right? Do you remember that? Someone died for us. I remember him. And they said it's in the blood. There's only one atonement. So who are you going to call? Ghostbusters or Jesus? Which one?